Okay, dumako muna tayo dito.
Meron akong special unit. Habang buhay, bantayan kayo. At pag nagkamali kayo ng konti, sabihin ko, patayin kayo.
Oh, yung mga nasa ICC. Meron akong special unit, DDS. Babantayan kayo habang buhay. Riding in tandem. Pag nagkamali kayo, papatayin kayo. EJK. Diba?
Ma'am, saksak mo ito sa bibig ni Apple Chua hanggang sa kanyang lalamunan. Hanggang siya ay mamatay.
Pag ganon kayo ng ganon, napapatayin ko talaga kayo. Masiguro ninyo yan. Yung madali mamapatay ng tao. Sundan mo lang sa likod. Paputukan mo, tapos lakad ka lang. Kalma.
Oh, ganyan nga. Ganyan ang galawang Duterte. Sundan mo lang sa likod, paputukan mo, patay na. Ganun lang ang buhay sa kanila. Di ba? Ganun na yung kay Pulong. Di ba? Kita-kita nyo?
Isang newspaper lang naman, isang sigawan lang. Ang ingay dyan sa TV, 2 araw lang, 3 araw, tapos na. Hanggang dyan lang naman, media, hanggang dyan lang. Publication, headline, tapos wala na. History ka na.
Oo.
So, ang advice ko talaga, sa totoo lang, kung gusto mo madalian, patayin mo na.
Oo.
Pero wag mo sabihin utos ko. Pero pag hirap ka, magkaibigan man tayo lahat. May DDS ako dyan. Padala ko sa inyo.
Oh, may DDS ako dyan, oh. Oh, alam nyo na. Oh, alam nyo na. Oh, yan, may nagbigay lang sa akin yan. Kasama to sa ano, Kasama daw to sa mga video na ipepresenta na admission na may DDS na nag-exist. Aray, DDS. Aray. Yan ito pa. Ito.
It is my honor to present the nominees for performance by an actor in a leading role.
Bakla.
Buti nga lang, kinukurot ko yung sarili ko, no?
As in? Bakla siya.
Anyway,
Huwag nga siyang umarte na lalaki siya. Diyos,
Tignan natin kung mapapatopless natin si Ronnie Liang.
Hari, huwag kang umarte na lalaki kung bakang bakla.
Bakla, supa.
That's a lot of nonsense, everyone. Tanong ko lang, kampanya, hinahanap artista. Pag nanonood kayo ng sinihan, sino ba pinanonood yung artista? Pag nakikinig kayo ng music, sino ba pinakinggan kayo? Entertainer. Tapos pag tumatakbo na kami at pag gusto namin magservisyo, ayaw nyo. Di ba? That's a lot of nonsense.
That's a nonsense. Ayop yung word, no? That's a nonsense. Ayos yung word ni Papa Willie. Parang biro lamang, That's a nonsense. SN Blue. Hoy, Pink si MJ. Hoy, from Japan. Thank you. MSL Grant. Thank you po.
That's a lot of nonsense.
That's a nonsense. Yan, no? Parang tanga din si Bongo, Pumunta pa si Bongo dito sa may, sa may, ang tawag dito, sa may DJ. mag-play daw ng music na nakakaiyak. Ayop talaga, Bongo. Lupit mo talaga. Wala akong masabi sa'yo. Ibang klase ka talaga sa kaartehan mo, Bongo.
Anong gusto nilang gawin kay Tatay Digong?
I'd like to order a pizza. My address is
Gate 5. Paano ba? Bigay na. Gate 5. Gate 5.
Alam niyo wala siyang sinelas.
Puti ko. I like to order pizza. My address is Gate 5. Dito ka, dito ka, dito ka. Dito na. Ang lupit na na. Ang lupit na na.
Anong gusto nilang gawin kay Tatay Digong?
I'd like to order a pizza. My address is
Gate 5.
Gate 5. Ayop. Ayop.
Paano lang? Pabigay lang. Gate 5. Gate 5.
Alam niyo wala siyang sinelas. Naghanap ako ng tao na kakilala yung piloto ng eroplano.
Can you open the door?
Pinasabihan ko yung piloto, sabihan mo! Pag gawin niya yan, ibiyahin na si Pangulong Duterte. He will go down in history.
Who's gonna fly the plane?
And the Oscar goes to...
Yan!
Di kita iiwan, boss. Kahit saan makarating, di kita iiwan.
Yan ang ano.
Yayakapin ko siya, kahit saan makarating.
Punta tayo doon sa trono ni Satanas.
Yan putik. Yung pala ang nanalo. Ang champion pala, Robin Padilla. Ayop! Di kita iiwan, boss. Ayun, oh. Ayun, ito pala yung best actor and the winner, oh. Ito pala ang aktor ng bayan, oh.
And the Oscar goes to...
Ito na, champion!
Di
Yan,
kita
oh.
iiwan, boss. Kahit saan makarating, di kita iiwan. Yayakapin ko siya, kahit saan makarating.
Kadiri yung putik na senador to. Kadiri.
Punta tayo doon sa trono ni Satanas.
Kadiri yung putik na mga to. Ayop, no. Ito na. Duterte nanalo po ng award. Ito po,
Best Mayor. Best President of the Philippines. Best in Public Service. Best Tatay.
Yes, tatay. Ayop. Wala bang finger dyan? Best finger.
Congratulations.
May pakis pa. Ayan po best in fake news dapat. Nakalimutan naman ni Kuya. Best in fake news. Rodrigo Duterte.
Best Mayor. Best President of the Philippines. Best in Public Service.
Wala bang best in Best in fake news? O kaya best in killing? Ang daming din dito to Puro walang katotohanan no? No? Ano yung sabi yan? Best demonyo, Best in tanim intriga. Best in propaganda. Putik talaga itong natin. Okay, dito tayo. Dumako tayo dito sa update dito po sa abogado. Tapos, ito lang.
But for us, there already has been clear direction or indication about this matter, and it is that the ICC retains jurisdiction over any matter under consideration by the court, even after it has withdrawn. And they're talking about specifics.
Ayan, kasi may update po na madami pong ginagawang hocus-pocus si Capman. Madami pong ginagawang hocus-pocus si Capman sa ICC. Nakakala niya hindi po nalalaman ng mga prosecution. Sabi po ni Attorney Conti.
Investigation. And we'd also like to raise that the court, through the Office of the Prosecutor, had already opened a preliminary investigation in February 2018 before we withdrew. And so that's going to be the two contending positions in this challenge.
Attorney Conti, there are two words here that are normally or often interchanged. It's preliminary investigation, and what's the other one?
Oh, it's preliminary examination.
Examination.
The other one is investigation.
Okay.
We're familiar with this because in the Philippines, it is preliminary investigation,
Oh.
PI. In the ICC, it's split up. It's PE and I.
What
So
does preliminary
examination.
What does preliminary examination exactly mean? Does it mean that it is the beginning of an investigation?
Essentially, in a sense, yes, because the ICC will be looking more closely into a situation. That's what they call it. It's not yet a case. It is a situation where they will look and answer the question, to be simplistic about it, are there crimes committed in the territory which are covered or within the scope of the authority of the ICC? They're going to look at, are these murders part of a widespread and systematic campaign? Are these attacks against the civilian population? So clearly, it is, quote unquote, and in a generic sense, it is an investigation into the situation.
But why would they use these words separately, which is now causing, well, for someone like myself, a bit of confusion, because this is something we discussed over and over again, and that this is the same discussion that is being used to actually tell or use as defense that wala na po tayo sa ICC nung nag-umpisa yung investigasyon. So when you said that, what happened in
Nako, parang ano to, Englishing pala to ah. Englishing tayo ngayon.
Did you use the word examination or investigation?
Preliminary examination was begun in 2018. It talks about what are the crimes committed in the territory. In 2021, the next stage or the next step was to determine who were responsible. So one, the first step talks about what crimes. Second one, who are most responsible. So there's a little bit of discussion as well as to another term. This is another phrase. Please say with me. So there's another phrase in Article 127. This is the provision that deals with withdrawal. And it talks about any matter under the consideration by the court. And this is hotly debated in this submission by the defense. They're saying, how do we interpret any matter under the consideration of the court? Because the law states, the Rome Statute, states that if there is any matter under the consideration by the court, it will continue to be considered by the court. And so they're talking about, is this matter a preliminary examination or should it be an investigation? The difference between the examination or PE and the investigation being the preliminary examination is started and is conducted by the Office of the Prosecutor, not yet by the quote-unquote judges. So the pretrial chamber or whichever chamber of the court. It is only during the investigation phase that the judges are called in to affirm or to ratify.
Kumbaga meron pala diyang preliminary examination. Kumbaga, ang examination po, yung prosecutor lang ng ICC yung nag-examine, hindi po yung kasama yung judge. Hindi po katulad dito sa atin na preliminary investigation na parang i-arrange ka na kasama na yung judge na nakakita ng ano mo. Kumbaga dito, preliminary examination, yung prosecutor pa lang. Kaya nga po, nagkaroon yan, kaya nga si Digong napunta na doon. Nagkaroon ng probable cause ng warrant of arrest. Iba pala dito, iba yung examination sa investigation. Basta, ang importante, nakakulong si Digong. Arthur Borrera, boboto ka ngayon, wag mo isama pangalan ko, isama mo ABP, Abalos. Ayan ang isama mo. Tulungan natin si Abalos, yung nasa ilalim, ha? Yung mga boboto ngayon sa ibang bansa, Abalos, number 1 sa balota, ABP. Ano pa naman, kailangan pa ma-memorize yan?
Opening of an investigation. It's a little bit different from the Philippine processes. So, a bit complicated. But essentially, they're talking about what matter is under the consideration of the court at the time we withdrew. We say that the matter is preliminary examination opened by the Office of the Prosecutor. The defense now says, no, that cannot qualify because it has to be a matter tackled by the judges. Because
Under
we're
the
talking,
pretrial chamber.
Okay.
yes, we're talking about the court, capital C. And when you say court, it has to be judges. It cannot be just the Office of the Prosecutor. But we disagree with that position, of course.
Let me summarize that again. In 2018, the preliminary examination began.
Yes.
That this is the what it answers the question on what.
What?
In 2021,
crimes did they-
what crimes were committed? That's right. In 2021, that was the preliminary investigation. And
The investigation.
investigation. And this answers the question: who was responsible? Who were responsible?
Were. So
for
it's
the
a little
crime.
bit grammatically challenged because they talk about most responsible, but it would be a group of people.
Right. And of course, that's subject to further maybe arrest warrants that may be issued. If that's the case, it becomes were. But between 2018 and 2021, there is a provision which you had mentioned a while ago that is under consideration of the court. And you say that the under consideration of the court should be, since 2018, the start of the preliminary examination. But the defense says, we disagree, and under consideration of the court should begin.
Mali na yan. 2018, preliminary examination. 2021, preliminary investigation. Kumbaga, yun po ang step 1, examination, examine. Tapos, step 2, 2021, investigation. Step 2, ayan nga po, yung investigation kasama na dyan, yung nakita daw ng judges. Ang haba rin pala na itong ano na to, no?
Should have begun in 2021 when the investigation started. Did I understand that correctly?
Yes, precisely. There's just this other phrase, any matter under the consideration by the court. So, I mean, what? Meaning, is this matter either a preliminary examination or an investigation? And consideration by the court. So, this phrase is being actually minutely dissected by the defense. And we hope that the Office of the Prosecutor can counter this with similar research.
We have a graphics also to also help our viewers kind of understand and digest this. This is coming from a report a while ago from
Romeo,
Hannity.
thank you,
It's a
Romeo.
timeline, a very short one, a timeline
Romeo.
of when we joined the ICC. I hope we can show that on air. November 1, 2011 was when the Philippines joined the ICC.
Yes.
March 17, 2017 was when we filed a notice of withdrawal, which actually takes 1 year after to take effect, a year after there. So it took effect at 2019. Ito po yung sinasabi ni Attorney Conti that in 2021, the investigation started or was authorized. So this is the exact defense that the defense is using, saying to point out that the ICC has no jurisdiction.
Yes, of course they would skip February 2018. This is the date that the prosecutor opened a preliminary examination into the Philippines. That's the first step in essentially in a situation.
In an investigation.
In a generic,
yes.
in a generically what we call an investigation.
But if this is
So-
the process, Attorney Conti, here's what I need to understand. If this is the process in any other case that the ICC,
Ayan po yung record ng ano natin, ha. Ayan po, ha, para makita nyo. November 1, 2011, Philippines joins ICC. Ayan po, ha. March 17, 2018, filed notice of withdrawal kasi nga po, ang dami nang napatay nila Digong yan. Nag-withdraw po sila Digong noong 2018 kasi po, umaapaw na po yung napatay nila eh. Umaapaw na yung napatay nila. Nasabihan na pag-usapan siguro nila na putek mayayari tayo nito. Umaabot sa 30 mil na ang napapatay natin. Hindi pa natatapos yung droga. Tapos pagdating po ng March 17, it take 1 year to effect. Withdrawal takes effect sa loob ng 1 taon. Ayan po ang istorya. Tapos, September 15, 2021, investigation authorized. Ibig sabihin, yung pinag-aaralan po nga na sinasabi nga po natin na may authorization ng pag-iimbestiga. Dahil nasasakop pa tayo, lahat ng crime na nasasakop pa within the period, ayan within the period na nandun tayo sa membro ng ICC, ayun, tignan nyo po yung nasa taas ha, 2011. Ibig sabihin, 2011 hanggang 2018, sakop yan. Kahit nung mayor pa si Sara, yung ano pa si Digong, sakop yan. Mayor si Digong, mayor si Sara, sakop po yan. Wala silang lusot. Yan po yan, kitang-kita nyo. Oh. February 10, 2025, arrest warrant requested. Ayan po yung pagkahuli ni Digong. March 11, pagkahuli ni Digong. Ayan po isang buwan. So, halimbawa, ngayon, umuugong po ngayong May, ay nung April na aarestuhin si Sara, bigyan ng isang buwan yan, May, uli na yan. Ayan po ang istorya ng ICC. Para lang po sakali nawalan lahat. Ayan po So, pasok na pasok po. Ang ginagawa po ngayon ng depensa, inaalis po nila daw ang jurisdiction ng ICC. Which is normal nilang gagawin yan to prove na ipagtatanggol nila si Digong. Kaya nga sila depensa para ipagtanggol nila si Digong. Pero in validity talaga, pasok ang ICC. Pasok ang ICC sa reglementary period nang nasasakop pa tayo ng nasabing ICC. Kaya yung mga DDS, pinapalabas po nila ngayon, hala, yari na, invalid daw. Ayan, pinapalabas ng mga tanga Hala, yari na, invalid daw ang ICC jurisdiction. Sabi ni Kapman, tanga, yun talaga sasabihin niya, depensa siya Paano siya babayaran kung hindi siya sasabihin yun? Tanga! Ano nga naman sabihin ni Kapman? Guilty na si Digong. Di, hindi pa pwede yun. Tatanggalin siya. Bobo nyo. Ang daming naloloko Sabi grabe si Kapman. Invalid pala yung ICC, sabi ni Kapman. Yun talaga sasabihin niya. Bobo.
It started with an examination that eventually led to
an investigation
that was authorized. So, were there precedents of the same nature as this or that of former President Rodrigo Duterte?
Well, there's nothing of this sort so far in the ICC because we are the first, we're the second state to have withdrawn from the ICC. But in the previous case of Burundi, the investigation had been authorized before they withdrew. And so we're in a situation where this is a case of first impression, where the judges could rule either way, and it could be valid and would have impact on other cases.
Is this concerning, though?
Yes, it's concerning because it's going to set the pace. It's going to set the tone, rather. It's going to set the tone for other investigations that might come in. And in the case of Palestine, their situation, although it's a little bit different, they have had also questions about jurisdiction because Palestine first accepted the jurisdiction of the court by this is through Article 12. You accept the jurisdiction of the court only after did they sign the Rome Statute. So there's a lot of gray areas apparently as regards when does the ICC have jurisdiction. And for many, it's been clear, even the defense admits this. What is the jurisdiction of the ICC? It has jurisdiction over crimes committed during the time that
The country was still a
is a
state
member.
party.
So it's clear. However, they make a distinction. They say that, so the Philippines clearly was a member of the ICC when the crimes were committed. But now they say the exercise of jurisdiction is different. And there would come a time that, so in the Philippines, let's say it's clear, right, that the Philippines was a member when the crimes were committed. But because of some lapse in the processes, we as Filipinos cannot invoke the ICC's protection or judicial authority. Because of this, I would even say this a technicality. And that would go differently for other members already of the ICC.
What is mind-boggling for me, Attorney, I'm sorry to cut you there,
Sure.
is that if there is such a thing as, obviously, as there is factually, a preliminary examination and an investigation that is authorized, it can happen that once an examination begins, any country that is a party to the Rome Statute that makes you a part of a member, a part of the ICC, can easily just say that I choose to withdraw from the Rome Statute, get out of the ICC, and then it will be up to the prosecutor to actually finish the examination within a year's time. Otherwise, it'll set a precedent that in any country, of any leader for that matter, who may be alleged to be guilty of any crime, ang gagawin lang po nila, aalis na lang po sila because it doesn't seem like the examination can be done in a year because as pointed out here, it started in 2018, but the investigation actually began in 2021. That's 3 years.
That's precisely right, Pinky. That's the mischief that the ICC Rome Statute has actually tried to prevent. So, first, apparently it would turn out to be ineffective if the judges rule in the favor of the defense. The judges said that, it's a clear way out if the country withdraws from the ICC, and therefore we will have the effectivity of the withdrawal 1 year after. But then, the interpretation would be now the Office of the Prosecutor is pressured to finish within 1 year. When in other situations, a preliminary examination can take years, can take even, I think, 13 years in the case of Palestine. So,
and I guess that's proven here. It took 3 to 4 years.
Yes, yeah, actually. So, it
Wag na po
really
tayo
would be a
lumayo.
test. It would really be a test of the ICC's effectivity. Kumbaga, kung ganun pala ang mangyayari, di hirap na hirap at magkukumahog yung prosecutor lagi. At kailangang
Oy, really missed, MST. Thank you. Kumbaga mabubulok talaga si Digong, investigasyon pa lang, no? Mabubulok po si Digong, investigasyon pa lang. Garapon, tama, Ace Birhel, garapon na talaga.
magbukas siya ng preliminary
And
examination.
nakasalalay po sa kamay niya. Kasi dapat in
Parang
1 year,
ganun.
magkaroon na po ng authorization on an investigation.
An investigation before yung withdrawal.
Before.
And this is what we're pointing out as well. The Office of the Prosecutor is an integral part of the ICC. Hindi po siya hiwalay na institution, walang nag-create na separate law. It's the same law. The Rome Statute created the Office of the Prosecutor as well as the judiciary. And therefore, when we say the court, it could also pertain to the Office of the Prosecutor. And when it begins a preliminary examination, that's the ICC in action already. And we cannot put, strict time limits as to it and say that, well, they should have had until March 16, 2019 to finish its investigation or examination rather. So, no, let's not create alternative definitions or converse implications for the Rome Statute. The Rome Statute says that withdrawal takes effect after a year. And even after you have withdrawn, if there is any matter under consideration by the court, it should continue to exercise jurisdiction.
This is going to be a very important decision by the pre-trial chamber on how they will actually decide on this motion. Would that be correct? This motion by the defense this document called Defense Challenge with Respect to Jurisdiction. So this was filed, I believe, May 1, more than a month after the former president was turned over to the ICC. Ito pa lang po yung una. I would just want to go very quickly. I hope we still have time for this. Just very quickly. Just an update. I have 2 minutes left on the totoo ho ba yung sa victims? There was a story on only a government ID such as a passport or an SSS card will be allowed for them to submit so that they can be acknowledged as alleged victims of the war on drugs. What's the latest here?
Well, it has to be clear. First, there was an application by the Victims Participation and Reparations section to admit up to 30 government-issued identification documents. The defense asked or suggested, or however they call it, they said, observed, that first, primary should be, why not just require a national ID or a passport? In the alternative, maybe some of the other documents indicated in the SSS. When the court ruled, they favored the VPRS or the earlier submission of up to 30 different documents.
Yan, tama.
This is a bit, to be technical about it, splitting hairs. So we're actually talking about, from both parties, government-issued documents.
Tama.
Right. So I guess, just as a last question, any idea on this motion that was submitted by the defense? Because if this is ruled upon, I guess my question is, can this be ruled upon even before the confirmation of charges in September 23?
Yes. The defense actually asks that it be resolved before the confirmation of charges or before we talk about the merits of the case. Although the ICC, pre-trial chamber, can rule two ways. One, it could say that we will rule on this, we will call for a hearing on this matter, or we will talk about this at the same time that we tackle the confirmation of charges. So we're waiting for this decision on the conduct or how the court will dispose of this issue.
Yeah.
A lot to be seen in the next few months.
ICC Assistant to Counsel Attorney Christina Conti, ma'am, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Ingat.
Yan po, yan po ang sinasabi nila. Bali, kine-question na po nila Kaufman, ito pong jurisdiction natin ng ICC at yung pagsisimula po ng investigation. Ayan po ang question na tinatanong po nila Kaufman dito sa prosecutor. And sabi naman po ni Ma'am Conti na okay lang naman yon. Ang importante po talaga ay na mahatid po yung mga biktima doon at pinayagan na po nila ang 30 national IDs. Valid na po. Kasi po nung nakaraan po ang hinihiling po ng mga defense nila Kaufman ay passport. Putik. Tama naman si Attorney Conti doon eh. Miski ako wala akong passport eh. Diba? Hindi naman lahat ng Pilipino may passport. Ayun kasi ang gusto nila Kaufman, kailangan daw passport. Pwede ba mga passport lahat? Ako nga wala akong passport. Diba? Tama yung sabi na Attorney Conti doon eh. Hindi naman lahat dito may passport. Ang ihirap nun, tama Green Day. Ang ihirap nun. Anong malay nila? Wala silang pakialam. Anong gagawin nila sa passport? Ni pambigas nga, wala silang pambili. Ganun ba sa Europe? Sabi ni European sa Europe din, yung mga lokal, wala. Ako nga wala akong passport eh, putik eh.
Kami ang bumbero ng Pilipinas, mga bayaning tagapagligtas. Ang paglilingkod sa amin ay likas. Ang bumbero ng Pilipinas, kami ang bumbero ng Pilipinas, mga bayaning tagapagligtas. Ang paglilingkod sa amin ay likas. Ang bumbero ng Pilipinas, ang bumbero ng Pilipinas, ang bumbero ng Pilipinas, ang bumbero ng Pilipinas, ang bumbero ng Pilipinas. Para sa mga maralita, may puso, may tapang, may Diyos. Para sa mga maralita, may puso, may tapang, may Diyos. Para sa mga maralita, may puso, may tapang, may Diyos. Para sa mga maralita, may puso, may tapang, may Diyos. Kami ang bumbero ng Pilipinas, mga bayaning tagapagligtas. Ang paglilingkod sa amin ay likas. Ang bumbero ng Pilipinas, kami ang bumbero ng Pilipinas, mga bayaning tagapagligtas. Ang paglilingkod sa amin ay likas. Ang bumbero ng Pilipinas,